All right. So, kind of going over what I was looking at this morning, what I came into the day with. So, today I had a bullish bias, which is why I took longs in the AM session. Okay. I was looking for this high to be taken and this high to be taken. And I'll explain why. So, as usual, daily first. So, what I saw was we created a daily gap on Tuesday. And I wanted to see Tuesday soup Monday into this daily gap and go lower. Okay. But instead, Tuesday closed slightly above this gap, but more importantly, on an hourly time frame, we rejected lows and we're breaking highs. Okay. So this is telling me that this SMT and us failing to soup Monday's range into this order block, right, my short yesterday, the fact that this fails on a day of the week that can make a high a week, right? When your bearish key level fails, you're most likely on the wrong side, right? I'm not going to keep anticipating this key level to hold if it's not showing instant rejection on a day of the week that can make high a week. Okay, so after this failed and we ran back up, I was bullish. Okay, so now, right, when your key level isn't an instant reaction, you find a new one, right? What's my new one? Well, my new one was I wanted to see us dig into this daily FEG, right? Which in turn makes this high and this high a draw on liquidity for me. All right. Now, for my long, for CPI, I was bullish, right? But if I'm bullish, I need a drop below an old low for me to long. Okay. So what I saw was London swept Asia session into a key level. We had a 30-minute FEG. We had an hourly order block. I believe the same was on ES. Yep. Okay. So this low was sponsored by this hourly OB, right? Because we created SMT with ES here. And then we had a internal low being placed and a run up, right? Right before this high being taken. Okay. Me looking at this, I see that this low has not been turtle souped and it is resting right above a key level, right? Lows above key levels are high probability turtle soup. Okay. So I had this low marked for CPI and I had this key level marked out below this low. And now not only that, this low was also the first tap into this hourly FEG. So it's an intermediate term low to get souped into an order block for then this double tap to expand higher. Okay. So that was my general framework around the setup. And my entry, if you also notice, this low was responsible for taking this high. So in a bullish market, this low will be turtle souped. Okay. And a lot went into this trade, all right? Not only that, rejection blocks provide retracements for KODs. Okay? I don't expect this high to be taken instantly. I expect the rejection block to be tapped for us to turtle soup and then for the high to be taken. Right? That's the KOD model. So once we tap this rejection block at CPI, I'm anticipating some form of turtle soup into a key level to form. Okay? Now, when I saw this beneath this old low, and one second here. Sorry, my laptop was dying. So when I saw this turtle soup below this old low, and ES took it, hold on, my laptop's lagging right now. Can you guys hear me still? All right, hello? Can you hear me? Yeah? Okay. Sorry about that. My laptop got low power, so I think it was bugging out for a second. But ES, turtle souped this low and made SMT with NQ. Okay? Which added confluence to my long right here. Okay? So SMT, old low, key level, and time, right? 830 manipulation, KOD into this high. This is my long. Now, there's a reason I didn't hold it to this high and the external high. Something I want you guys to note is your TP does not need to be your drawn liquidity. Just because I believe price is going to go to those external highs does not mean that's where my take profit is going to be. Okay? You want to take profits at low-hanging fruit. And something I like to do is I like to hold full, but you just hold full to low-hanging fruits. Okay? Which could avoid things like this happening, right? But what I was monitoring was this candle's closure above this high. Okay? Because what you guys need to see a lot, right? If I'm bullish, you have to think of what could go against you, right? If I'm bullish, how could it be bearish? How could my idea of these highs being taken be invalidated, right? Well, we know the key candle model, right? A closure on the liquidity pool and a sweep. When I see this on the 15-minute, I know not to technically trust this FEG right here. Oops. Okay. Which is why we had this large expansion lower. And the reason this long worked out is it's much cleaner on ES. But if you notice, at this low right here, we break a high that took a low, right? Which means we're bullish on an hourly time frame. Okay? Until these highs are met. We range, we turtle soup at the high to turtle soup at the low to expand. Okay? Off of the 4-hour key level. Okay? NQ doesn't have a key level, so it's not as clean. But ES is extremely clean, right? As soon as we see market profiling switching and these bearish PD arrays not holding price to go lower, and we see that we're in a range like this, you can now confirm bullish market profile and lows should be rejected. Okay? Which is why I was bullish in the AM, but price had to dig deeper one more time to then long. Could you just go over the high that took low, what you just said? Yeah. Right here. This high took this low, right? This swing high was responsible for this turtle soup below this low. So when we expand above this high, that means on an hourly time frame, we are bullish. Market profile is now rejecting these lows and breaking these highs, right? If you notice, this whole time down, we never broke a high that took a low, ever, on this whole expansion run down until here, right? We're continuously rejecting highs, breaking lows, rejecting highs, breaking lows, until we reject a low and we break a high, right? Order flow is now changed. We're now bullish, and now this is when you can anticipate bullish turtle soups holding. Okay? Oh, you can't see the screen? Grayson, can you? I don't know why it's bugging out. Yeah, you can. Kieran, you can't see it at all? Oh, you can? Okay. I'll go over it one more time for you. This high that took this low, right, is now a bullish breaker if we close above it. And this is how you profile the market. Highs that take lows, lows that take highs, right? There is no high that took a low that got displaced through in this entire displacement lower, right? High that took a low, never displaced through. High that took a low, never displaced through, right? We're rejecting highs and breaking lows until we finally flip, which can confirm a reversal or a retracement, right? Because on a lower time frame, the order flow is switched, which means, right, when you profile the market, you're now profiling what turtle soups will work, right? If we're bullish, then any expansion below an old low into a key level is to be bought, and vice versa. Okay, does that make sense? Turtle soup is all about market probing, right? If we are rejecting lows, then you want to buy below an old low. If we're rejecting highs, you want to sell above an old high, right? And you combine key levels and time with that to get high probability entries. Okay, but I did anticipate this high to be taken. We took it quicker than I expected. But yeah, we'll see for the rest of the week. I now need to see what we do above this high, okay? Because now this is a high that took this low on a daily. So if we get expansion above this high, we could go back to all-time highs, okay? But if we start ranging and we reject, maybe we have an overnight range and we soup like this, right? Because the daily market profile is still bearish until we displace above a high that took a low, right? The hourly was bullish until we get here, okay? So it's all time frame alignment. As of right now, I need to see what happens tomorrow to anticipate what Thursday could do. But Thursday very well could be a no trade day for me. What do we expect after expansions? What do you guys expect after an expansion like this? Yep, consolidation. Yeah, Kieran, if we displace through a high that took a low on whatever time frame you're looking at, that time frame is bullish. But like an hourly is only bullish. This hourly market profile is only bullish till we hit a daily key level, right? And then you have to reevaluate if the daily is bullish. We switched to that range on the daily. Was that it? Yeah. It's all time frame alignment with market profiling. You guys are getting a lot of sauce on this one. Definitely watch this back. But on this hourly, right? Once this hourly changes market profile, we displace through a high that took a low. We are now bullish until a daily key level, right? As long as bearish PD arrays aren't holding, right? When this fails, we're now bullish until a daily key level, which can be this daily high, daily FEG. Now on a daily time frame, the daily will be bullish if we displace through this high that took this low, which then we can anticipate this and this, or this and here, okay? But it's all about seeing reactions above these highs and lows per the time frame that you're looking at, okay? Glad, man. So that's how I profile the market. Any other questions? That's pretty much, I believe, all I had for today. But tomorrow could definitely be more consolidative. Caught the same long today, got burned yesterday, not taking the low-hanging fruit. Yep. Remember, Grayson, your TP doesn't have to be your draw on liquidity. So just always take, especially I use CRT a lot in ranges for my low-hanging fruits. I'm glad you like them, Kieran. But yeah, I'll probably wrap it up here. That's about it for today. Again, you guys be careful tomorrow. I am anticipating some form of chop, unless the week just gets a crazy expansion for some reason. But it would be anticipated some sort of chop. But yeah, no problem, guys. I'm gonna end the recording here, and